Hello, welcome back to Unbox Imagination. I'm Chanel. I'm really excited to bring to you this new series, which is called Your Daily Bread. And I've put out a video just to let you know some of the things that you can experience from these sessions, which is a time to rest, to find some peace, a time to learn playfulness. Because what I've found being a parent, and also living a really busy life is when you could learn how to play. Yes, adults can learn how to play and be playful, then it really adds an essence and an element of joy. It feels as though, yes, situations can feel heavy and busy, but when you can add elements of playfulness, it really can sprinkle a little bit of joy into your day, evening, whatever time it might be. So also an opportunity to learn playfulness. It's also an opportunity to rest, to recover, and to be revitalized, to be rejuvenated, recharged, because we know that life can be really tricky sometimes. We know that, as I said, it can be very busy, it can be very demanding. So having the opportunity to reconnect, to just connect to God as your power source, and to find some rest and find some recharge and find some peace to help you to sleep. Because in this day and age, also, lots of people are struggling with the ability to find rest through sleep. And if your mind is not rested, if your body is not able to rest, your nervous system doesn't get the opportunity to find that level of rest, then you can be certain you also won't be able to find that rest through sleep. You might even find that you sleep, but you wake up still feeling unrested and really tired. So this is going to be a space using things like some of the elements that we had in the bedtime for parents, bedtime stories for parents, but also what's going to be different, we're going to add some other elements, but the main focus is going to be on guided imagery. So I'm going to use my voice to guide you into a meditative session, which is aimed at helping you to find rest and to recover from the day, the stresses of life. So it'll be really lovely and really helpful if you can drop comments below just to let me know how you're feeling. I've also put a quiz in the community. So if you go over to that once the session is finished, and you can just, I'll ask you to rate it on a scale from 0 to 10, just to tell me, just so I can get an idea of how you're feeling after the session. But before we begin the session, I want to also encourage you to drop in the chat below on a scale from 0 to 10 where you're feeling, where you're at right now. How are you feeling? Are you feeling like tense? 0 will be like you're feeling tense, you're feeling unrested, you're feeling all the kind of heaviness of the day or the week, although we are on Wednesday, or the week. And so whatever time you access this video, just be able to give me a representation of that on a scale from 0 to 10. And then obviously we have 10, which is, I'm not expecting anyone to be at 10 because I mean, if you're at 10, great, but I'm not expecting you to be at 10 because this is why you're here. So hopefully we can work towards getting you to that 10. So please, I would love to hear where you're at the beginning of the video by dropping it in the chat below. And then when you have finished watching the video, if you can go over to the community and drop in there, there's there's a question set out, and if you can just answer that question, which asks you to grade how you're feeling now after the session. And like I said, that's really helpful for me to know what is working, or where you guys are at. And also please feel free to put comments below in the comment box. I love to have those conversations with you. So yeah, let's conversate. And in saying that as well, if you want some more one-to-one, more tailored support, you can reach out to me at www.unboximagination.com, where you can book yourself in for a one-to-one session, or you can also email me. I believe my email is somewhere. I'll drop it below. But everything that you need will be in the description box. And I want to say welcome. So today, our imagery that we're going to use is a rainbow. Now, I'm not sure if you're aware what the rainbow represents, but the rainbow was a covenant that God made with Noah after he flooded the earth and got rid of humanity. Apart from Noah and his family, who got on the ark, as well as two of every kind of animal. So it was a promise that God made to Noah that he will never flood, he will never destroy the earth by flood again. And so God's word at the time was that he will put his rainbow, his bow, he called it, in the sky. So whenever we saw that rainbow, then we would remember his covenant promise with Noah, which we are also inheritors of. So every time you see a rainbow in the sky, the rainbow represents God's promise. So today I want to invite you into closing your eyes. For those of you who don't feel that comfortable closing your eyes, maybe you could look at the screen, or you could look somewhere. In fact, I don't want to invite you to look at the screen. I want to invite you to look beyond where you're sat. So perhaps if there's a blank wall or something in the distance that you can look at, I want you to cast your eyes there. So cast your eyes at the furthest point, or you can lower your gaze, close your eyes, whatever feels comfortable for you. And I want you to ensure that wherever you are is a comfortable space. So if you're sitting down, make sure it's comfortable. If you need to get some cushions, prop yourself up, go and do that. If you need to get a warm blanket, also do that. I want you to feel as comfortable as you can, because this will help you to relax into the process. So now that you've gotten comfortable and you've chosen to cast your eyes either further, or to close your eyes or lower your gaze to the ground, I want us to start with breath. And if you've been following this channel for a while, then you know that breath is something so key, because our breath is the breath of life. If we're not breathing, then we're not alive. So as long as we're breathing, we know that there's life in our body. So sometimes when we're feeling heavy, sometimes when we're feeling tired or overwhelmed, we forget to breathe properly. This is just an invitation back for you to become aware of your breath, because it's going to be central to learning how to relax. So I want you to come in to start the meditation with me, and we're going to start with breath. So we're going to breathe 3 deep breaths in, and we're going to exhale them out. So I want you to do this very slowly. So we're going to breathe in for 4 seconds. We're going to hold it for 4 seconds, and we're going to release it for 4 seconds. So it will look like this. And notice that I fully let the breath exhale from my body. So my body should be deflated once the breath has left. So come into it. In fact, I'm going to do that one more time, and then I'm going to invite you to do it 3 times with me. So I'm going to breathe fully in for 4 seconds. And already my body is feeling so relaxed. My shoulders have fallen down, and I'm no longer working really hard to keep myself upright. I'm just flowing with my body and allowing my muscles to be released and be relaxed, because they've been carrying me all day. So this is the opportunity to relax and just fall into myself a little. So when you are ready, let's go. The first breath in, nice and deep, for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and release for 4 seconds. Right? Ready? Let's go. Good. Now let's do that again. When you are ready, breathing in. Wonderful. Now let's do that one more time, and this time I want you to give it all that you've got in terms of breath. And when it comes to fully release that breath, just let your body go. Let your breath, let your body fall where your breath is released. So when you are ready, let's breathe in one more time. Fantastic. I want you to stay in that relaxed place, and I'm just going to lower my voice as we go into the meditation. I want you to imagine that you are either sitting near the window, or you're standing or sitting in a garden. And as you stand there or sit, I want you to become aware of the environment that you're in. Perhaps you can hear the wind rustling through the leaves of the tree. Perhaps you can hear the birds twittering on the nearby branches of a tree. Perhaps, depending on where you're sat or where you are, you can hear the crickets or the wildlife as they scurry by. You look up and look around, and you can see the lush green grass beneath you on the ground, covering it like a luxurious blanket. You look around, you can see the flowers growing, their stems bending and swaying in the gentle breeze. Perhaps you can see a butterfly or two fluttering by. Landing on one of the nearby flowers, displaying its beautiful array of colors and spots. Its wings spanning outwards as it perches gently on the petal of the flower. You can hear the bees buzzing by. As they land on the flower to connect and to just suckle on the nectar. You admire them. They're rich brown with hints of yellow. You take a deep breath in through your nose and breathe gently out. As you feel the sun radiating onto your face, lighting your skin up. And radiating a glow. You sit or stand for a moment, letting the heat radiate over your body. Sensing the fresh, summery weather. You look out, further afield, and there you can see trees, tall, standing majestically as their branches stretch outward to offer shade for those who need it. You look, and there you can see rows of houses, the tops of flat or just nature, a landscape filled with green hues and small mountainous hills. And there beyond it, and there beyond it, you see something colorful, glowing, and it spans a long way across the sky. colors, vibrant, almost as if it's leaping across the sky. You take the time to just admire it with curiosity, wonder, and awe. You notice the colors, how they arrange themselves so meticulously. You are drawn to the arched shape of this vibrant phenomenon. You want to reach out and touch it. You wonder how it feels, how it moves, how it arrived here. You wonder where it begins and where it ends. You sit and you wonder. What questions arise in your mind? If you could ask 2 questions about what you are experiencing, what a rainbow is and what it represents, what would you ask? How would you approach the subject? You sit or stand and just ponder. Letting your imagination be free to explore what it is that you're experiencing at this very moment in time. As you come back to where you're sitting or standing, you hear a voice saying, "This is my promise to you." you become relaxed. Taking a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Feeling your body relaxed, soft, safe, held. You come back to where you're sat, where you're stood, fully understanding the purpose and the promise of all that you have seen and experienced. And with that, you take a deep breath in, breathing out slowly. And you welcome in the opportunity to rest. This is the end of our meditative practice today. I hope that you found this very helpful. And I pray that you have a restful, peaceful rest of evening. Take care and God bless.